What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. We're back here with another realistic rebuild, and today we have ourselves the New Orleans Pelicans, who have themselves a very interesting season coming up. Of course, the biggest thing to talk about is Zion Williamson. There was a lot of rumors about him being traded in this previous offseason. It did not happen. He shows up to media day looking awesome, healthy, skinny, and of course they traded their pick in the offseason. It was just an extremely crazy turn of events for New Orleans, and there's a lot of pressure on them to make the playoffs this year based off the trade they made for Derek Queen. So let's go ahead and see if the gamble pays off according to 2K. So let's jump in, rebuild the New Orleans Pelicans realistically in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you're already around here, want us to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with today. Of course, Zion Williamson was someone that I personally thought was finally going to be on the move. I thought New Orleans was finally going to go ahead and go away from this, and they just didn't. He shows up to their lottery and represents the lottery and represents them. So it was just interesting. You got Trey Murphy as well, who I'm super high on. Unfortunately, in 2K, he doesn't really develop ever into anything, so he'll more than likely just be a role player for us throughout the video, but I do like him a lot. I think a lot of people do. Herb Jones, Jordan Poole was one of the additions this offseason. Of course, in the draft, they added Derek Queen, and they added Jeremiah Fears. DeJounte Murray, of course, will be back soon off his torn Achilles as well. So this is a team that could make some noise. The Pelicans have been like the dark horse that everyone talks about every year, but unfortunately just never pays off. Now, the biggest thing we have to hope for, of course, is Zion stays healthy. That's what we need this season. If he's able to do that, then this team has a ceiling that could be reached, because Zion, if he's playing, is a damn good player. That's the problem, though. Will he play enough games? But with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and simulate year number 1. So Jordan Poole, I guess, is going to start. I'd almost prefer to start Herb Jones, though. I'm not going to lie. So I think I might swap these. So I have Herb Jones in the backcourt with Fears, who will start for now until Murray's back. Trey Murphy at the 3, Zion at the 4, Missy at the 5, and then I'd like to see Derek Queen get some minutes as well, I would say. So I'll probably throw him in over Makovich, potentially. So we'll do something like this, and we'll roll with that. And then Fears, did he get buried? Or no, Fears is still... All right, Fears is starting, obviously. Okay. We're good. I'll also go ahead and see you guys at the end of year 1, unless if we do stop at the trade deadline. But right now, I think I'm just going to roll with the team we have currently, and hopefully we end up being good. The only thing I want to see is Trey Murphy's shot, since he's super low. Like I said, I want him to become a really good player for us. So I'm going to go ahead and push this up to like a 75 at least, and maybe give him like a 70 touch tendency. But of course, Zion's the guy here. So I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. Hopefully I'll be able to make the playoffs, but we shall find out. So at the end of year 1, Shea wins MVP, Edgecombe is your Rookie of the Year, Jonas Valanciunas is your 6th man, Wemby is your depoy, Buzelis is your Most Improved, Wemby is also your Clutch Player, Kerr is your Coach of the Year, Panel is your Executive, and Cup MVP was Karl Anthony Towns. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So no Zion or anything like that. There's probably a good reason for it, as you guys can imagine. We do get Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears all rookie second team, though, so that's cool at least. But yeah, we weren't good, which is just really disappointing, which is why trading that pick the way the Pelicans did on draft night may not pay off. We went 26-56, and honestly, I don't even think it was Zion's fault either. I think he played relatively well. I guess he played 58 games, which yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could be better, but also could be way worse, as we're all aware. So 71 from Trey Murphy, then 79 from Jordan Poole as far as games played, and Murray only played 30 as well. So just overall, not a very healthy season for the most part, but I really don't think that's the reason why we were bad. Even when we were playing those games, we were just bad. So yeah, very unfortunate, but Trey Murphy averaged 21, which is cool, on 41% from 3, attempting 10 threes a game, almost 11 threes. So that's awesome, but it didn't lead to anything. So we are going to be giving our pick to Atlanta from that trade, and then we're going to have to deal with it. And it's going to be unfortunate, because if we had that pick, it'd be awesome to have right now. But here is some of your retirements. So let's go see where our pick ends up, as dreadful as this is going to be to see, as we will have the Hawks getting in number 2 overall. So we could be walking away with Boozer, DeBanza, or Peterson, but no, instead we get to watch the Atlanta Hawks pick with number 2 because of the trade on draft night last year. Just extremely unfortunate. Very, very bad. So that sucks. all in all, but what can we do about it? So Willie Green, I think, let's see. Is there a reason to move on from you as far as there being a new guy out here? I mean, there is like Nick Nurse, and then Charles Lee is here as well. So I am going to go ahead and fire Willie Green, though, I think. Based off the season we just had, I think something would have to happen. So I don't think Nick Nurse is going to choose us, but I think Charles Lee wouldn't be bad, and I think we might be able to get him at least. So yeah, we will get Charles Lee to be the new coach from New Orleans. So welcome to, or from Charlotte, I should say. Welcome to New Orleans. So as far as what we're going to do this offseason, I actually don't know yet. This is going to be very interesting. I think I do want to move on from some of the vets. This is Murray and Jordan Poole, if I can trade him away as well. But he'll probably be a little bit harder to move because of the money. But we'll see. He had a decent season last year, so maybe someone would bite at the bit to take him. But I am going to try to move on from DeJounte Murray and give Jeremiah Fears the landing, or give Jeremiah Fears the full point guard position. But other than that, I don't really know what else we're going to do. I'm going to keep Zion and Trey Murphy for another season, but I got to try to make this team better because we just were not it last year. You know, as crazy as this is to say, I almost could see Sacramento doing something dumb like this. They've been wanting a point guard, and they'd be trading 2 first-round picks, lottery protected. I mean, I could see them maybe trading 1, 2 first, and you can't even trade back-to-back years, obviously, in the Stepien rule. But, yeah, I could see them doing some crazy stuff like that. But there are some interesting offers here, so I didn't mind doing this one when we get Derrick Jones Jr., but I do think since the Kings are so desperate for a point guard, I'm actually cool with going ahead and doing this for just a lottery protected first. So I'm going to see if they say yes to this, and they do. So Murray's headed to Sacramento. They get their point guard they're looking for. I know they have Dennis Schroeder as well, but DeJounte Murray could be another point guard for them. So that is done. So that's one guy that is gone. And now I do want to see if we can also trade Jordan Poole. I think this one will be a little bit tougher, but DeJounte Murray to Sacramento, something that I could see happening. Okay, I did not expect the Hornets to accept that, but we're just going to be doing a straight up swap of Jordan Poole and Miles Bridges. So not really sure what we accomplished there, but I guess we just kind of free up some guard minutes. So Miles Bridges is now on the team to back up Zion Williamson for health concerns. So I'll take that. And then Derek Queen, obviously, we might move him over to the backup center. We'll kind of see how we're feeling, but we get 2 of the guys off the team that I didn't want anymore, and we should have a little bit of money saved as well. But let's go straight to player options, and let's see what we got going on here. So Alvarado, Makovich, Hawkins I'll accept, but Makovich I'm going to accept. Looney I will decline, but yeah, we're going to go Alvarado, Missy. So all these guys are accepted, which is nice. And then, again, I don't think we had a draft pick because we did it. Qualifying offers, nothing. And then for free agency, we may have freed up some minutes. So, like, we could go after, like, a Quentin Grimes, I guess. You got Vucevic. All right, let's see what we can add. So we got Fears, Alvarado. We got Jordan Hawkins and Peavy. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. I'll probably slide Herb Jones to the 2 guard. Miles Bridges, Derek Queen, Zion, and then Makovich and Missy. So that's all looking great. I think I'd like to add a guard to this team, specifically at maybe, well, actually, I mean, I guess we just add kind of whatever we can add. I don't know. I'm not really going to I don't think I'm going to be accomplishing much this offseason, it feels like. So without that pick, it just kind of really hurt our offseason. So we got Lou Dort, which I wouldn't mind signing him to a deal or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give Lou Dort a contract. I think him getting, bringing him to New Orleans would be nice. So I'll go ahead and bring in Lou Dort, and then we can renounce everything else here. So I think Lou Dort might be our only, addition. The one thing we have to hope for, though, is that guys will be developing. That's basically it. So let's see how much Fears and Queen are going to develop. So we got Fears up to a 78. Lou Dort's already down, which is not because we just paid him, but whatever. Miles Bridges is down. Hawkins is up, and then Alvarado is down, and Malkovich is down. So I'm going to be moving the rotation around. Zion now has food poisoning. Okay, interesting. But okay, let's go ahead, get in the rotation going into year number 2, and hopefully things will be going much better next year. Although I do believe we should actually have some draft capital going into the 2027 draft, which is good. So power rank is a lot higher on us this year, which is hopefully a good sign. 3.5 balance under Charles Lee, and this is what your rotation's looking like. So Zion is down 1 overall for whatever reason. We got Trey Murphy, you got Herb Jones, Missy, Lou Dort, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, Miles Bridges, Jordan Hawkins, and Alvarado. So not bad, and rotation is looking like this. So Herb Jones starting at the 2 with Murphy at the 3. Zion at the 4, Derek Queen, Missy, Lou Dort, Miles Bridges, and Hawkins. So yeah, Derek Queen's going to be starting at the 5. So we'll see how he does there. And then hopefully at the deadline, we can maybe make a move. As far as, like I said, draft capital is concerned, I'm pretty sure we have that Bucks pick. That's like, we could swap it. And then we got that Kings pick now, which is nice, although it's live protected. So we should have hopefully a good pick this offseason if the Bucks are bad. That'll be something to keep an eye on. But all right, let's go ahead. Similar year number 2. We were very bad year 1, but maybe things will be different this year. Potential is a little bit higher on us this year, but so far we're off to a rough start again. We'll have to see how things go. We may have to make the unfortunate decision to just reset this thing if this is how it's going to go. So we're currently 20 and 29 at the trade deadline. So we're actually looking a little bit better than it was looking at the beginning, basically. So if we look at how things are going, we are like a game or 3 games back from being in the play-in spot, which is all great. But there is something I do want to kind of look at the idea of. And I want to bring in a player here, and I'm kind of thinking the Grizzlies' Jaren Jackson Jr. We bring him in and play him at the 5. I think him and Zion could be a nice front court duo, would fit extremely well together. Obviously, Jaren Jackson, although as a center, rebounding may be a little rough, but I think the spacing would be nice, which is why I kind of like the idea of it. We also could bring in John Morant as well. Memphis is considering John Morant and AJ DeBan's untouchable, though, so don't know if they do that, but they are bad right now, which is why I'm kind of wanting to bark up the tree of bringing in Jaren Jackson Jr. Michigan State, and we have a Michigan State guy we could give them as well, which is why I'm hoping we could do something here. So Miles Bridges is going to be the first piece in this trade. We need a lot more money in this trade, though, to make this happen. So, I really want to do this, but I do know it's going to be tough. Do I trade Herb Jones? I mean, the only unfortunate part about Herb Jones and Trey Murphy is that neither one of them are going to develop anything special. And I like both of them a lot. And Herb Jones is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. But in 2K, he's just not simply a good simulation player, which is just kind of annoying. But if we get Jaren Jackson, which I would feel fantastic about, I mean, we would be in a great position, I think, as far as having a, nice fit going forward. So that's why I kind of like this idea. And we're going to go Miles Bridges, Herb Jones, Sadiq Bey. This pick we'd be trading is going to be a good pick, but this draft class is considered weak. If we get Jaren Jackson Jr., then we'd have to feel good. So, and then this Kings pick, live protected. Maybe we keep that one because it could be really good next year as well. Maybe I go my unprotected in next year's draft. I mean, Joe DeMars has already shown that he's willing to gamble his pick. So if I trade my pick next year and hope that we're just going to be better, that's the game, or that's the plan. We're going to get Jaren Jackson Jr. at the trade deadline. So I love the addition of Jaren Jackson. We could also move Zion to the 3, technically 2 if we wanted to do something like that. But Jaren Jackson the 5, or, we might move things around here. But for now, I think I'll slide Jaren Jackson down to the 5. And you'll have Jeremiah Fears, Hawkins, Trey Murphy, Zion, who's gas, Jaren Jackson, Missy, Derek Queen, Alvarado, and Malkovich. So our depth definitely took a hit. Once Lou Dort's healthy, that's going to help. Trading Herb Jones is not something that I love doing, but we need to try to make a move towards trying to be in the plan, and Jaren Jackson should absolutely fit and help us out there. May eventually, like I said, slide everybody up, but for now, I'll leave it like this, and we'll see if the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade pays off. Hopefully, we can slide to that play-in tournament, but we'll have to see. At the end of year 2, Jokic is your MVP, Peterson is your Rookie of the Year, Ivy is your 6th man, Wemby is your DPOY, Jarris Walker most improved, Jokic is your clutch player, Kidd is your Coach of the Year, and executive goes to Brandon Harrison, AD is your Cup MVP. So here's your All-NBA first team. We got Jokic, Wemby, Luka, Shea is out, start the playoffs, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So do get Jaren Jackson. We just added the trade deadline, and we've moved him back to power forward. So I went ahead and did what I said I was going to do. We started off a little rough. He makes all defensive first team as well. That's why I slid everybody back, to where they wanted to. So Zion went to the 3, Murphy did the 2, and then, of course, Jaren Jackson back at the 4. So all great. I mean, he made all defensive first team as well. So I feel like that trade really paid off. They were, Memphis was bad, and we also made it into the play-in tournament. So this is a step in the right direction. 28 from Zion Williamson. Once again, only played 57 games or so, but he's healthy for the playoffs, which is important. 21 from Trey Murphy, 20 from Jaren Jackson, 16 from Fears, who's hurt right now, 14 from Jordan Hawkins, 9 and 7 from Derek Queen, 9 from Lou Dort, and 7 from Alvarado. So Lou Dort also being hurt does not help. But okay. Proficiency, 3.5. We get Denver in round 1 of the play-in. Of course, if we lose, we're out. So let's see what the, what the rotation is going to look like. So Alvarado will be starting, of course, with Fears on the bench and sideline, although I guess he is kind of healthy right now. So anybody else hurt for us? It's just Lou Dort. Okay. Let's simcast this playing game. If we win, we have to go play the Rockets. So let's see if we can do it. All right, so the Denver Nuggets, of course, have Jokic still. This is not going to be easy, but do we have their number here? We get to the second leg. No, we give it up at the very end, which is unfortunate, but I still feel good about the direction of this team. The hope is that Fears and Queen are going to develop extremely nice this offseason. If they do that, we could be in business. The Mavericks are going to go on to beat the Knicks in 6, but unfortunately, just not a very good season for us. So let's go see what pick we traded away. Milwaukee's pick, of course, was a pick we did trade. So, and that Sacramento pick, which we actually kept, but it's lottery protected. So the Bucks, though, it looks like they'll be picking at, where is it? I actually don't see it right now, but the Blazers get 1. Grizzlies, oh, they get the 3rd pick. Damn, we gave them the 3rd pick for Jaren Jackson. Like I said, this is a weaker draft class, so I don't know. I'm trying to make it work with Zion. Was a gamble. The Kings, we get their pick unprotected next year, so we'll have that in our back pocket, which is nice. But the Blazers get 1, Warriors 2, Grizzlies, and then Rockets, and then Hornets. Okay. Staff signing, Charles Lee, you got us to the plan, so we'll go ahead and keep you around, of course. And then on draft night, don't think we have a first at all, and we don't, so we just have not been picking lately. But player options, we have PV and Josiah, which will accept all of those. And then qualifying offers, Hawkins and Makovich. I'll extend the offer on both of them. Hawkins actually had a decent season. So Alvarado, of course, someone I wouldn't mind bringing back on a minimum to be depth. Hawkins is also only asking for a minimum, which is kind of surprising. I mean, he just averaged 14 points per game, so why is he only asking for a minimum? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm gonna give him, I guess, give him like this much at least. I feel like he deserves more than that, but all right. Deontay George is someone we could sign, which actually wouldn't be too bad. Zach LaVine, DeAndre Hunter, Michael Porter. So there definitely is some good players we can bring in, which is nice. But let's see what we got. So we got Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy, Lou Dort. Hopefully Lou Dort can actually stay healthy this year. Yeah, our depth is just not very good right now. So Hawkins will be brought back. Alvarado will be brought back. I would not mind bringing in, like, and there's Whitmore, who's restricted. Hawkins, who we're bringing back already. So, and then Hunter. I mean, Hunter doesn't sound like a bad grab. So I'm gonna see if I get DeAndre Hunter on this team. So DeAndre Hunter would be a nice addition, and we do get DeAndre Hunter, so I like that. So we bring in DeAndre Hunter for more depth, so I'll take that. Hawkins is back. Lou Dort's still here. Alvarado. So we need to bring in another point guard and another, like, front court player. So point guards like Devin Carter, I guess, being here doesn't sound too bad. So we'll bring him in. If we can get him on the team, we do. And then Bull, Derek Jones. Derek Jones on a minimum sounds fine. Bring him in. And then one more center, Jalen Smith. All right, I feel okay about this. Now, like I said, the biggest hope here is that Fears and Queen are going to develop really nice. Let's see if that does end up happening. So Fears is up to an 85, which I'll take. Derek Queen is up to an 82. So both of them do develop pretty nice. Zion is down 3 overall, which is not going to help our case, but he should still be a good player regardless. But yeah, I think getting these guys to develop as nice as they did should be super helpful. You can see our starting 5 basically right here. The bench should be decent. Lou Dort just keeps regressing, so that has not helped either. I gave him a contract for basically no reason. But all right, we're going to year 3. Made it to the play-in last year. We'll have a full season of Trey Murphy, Zion, and Jaren Jackson. So this should be a hopeful playoff season. Will that be the case? Gonna find out. Again, power rank seems to be pretty high on us, which is a good sign, hopefully. 3.5 balance, and I really do like this starting 5 quite a lot. So Fears, Murphy, Zion, Jaren Jackson, Derek Queen. I like it. I think the potential is there. With DeAndre Hunter, we brought in Missy off the bench. Devin Carter, we brought in Lou Dort off the bench. So not bad. Deep. We're depth-wise. I feel like we're pretty deep, so we'll take it. But we need this team to be successful really badly. So proficiency is 3.5 only, but I will see you guys at the end of year 3, unless if I do decide to stop at the trade deadline. I'm hoping that seems unnecessary, though. Zion is on a contract year as well, which right now, Trey Murphy will resign, but Zion is not considering it. So I'm going to give Trey Murphy an extension, but Zion says he is going to test free agency. Well, hopefully we don't lose him, because that'd be really unfortunate, but because I've been kind of building this team around him so far. So hopefully he decides to stay. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. So at the end of year 3, Wemby wins MVP, Stokes Rookie of the Year, Darius is your 6th man, Wemby's your depoy, Lamont's your most improved, Devin Booker's your clutch player, and Quinn Snyder's your coach of the year, and Joshua is your executive, and AD is your cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second. Zion is on here, and All-NBA third team. Jaren Jackson also making it, so that feels great to have obviously added him, and he is playing well. Does he make an all-defensive team as well? He does. So Jaren Jackson, of course, has been phenomenal. All-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. So liking where we're at because we end up as a play-in team. But this was a good play-in team. We were 46 and 36. So unfortunately, the West was just really good, but 10 games over 500. We're hoping to get into the actual playoffs, but we'll see if that happens. So, unfortunately, okay, I guess Trey Murphy's day-to-day, or both of them. Oh, Trey Murphy's out for the season. That's nice. Fractured left leg. Hawkins is also out 4 to 6 weeks. Fierce should be back day-to-day, but we're definitely going to be going in pretty bruised up in this play-in tournament. Thankfully, Zion and Jaren Jackson are both healthy, but going against the Warriors, it's not going to be fun. Alvarado, Lou Dort, so yeah, we're going to really need Zion to carry here, so hopefully he can do that. So Golden State is the matchup. They got Scoot Up point guard and Brandon Miller. So I guess back-to-back picks here. Brandon Miller at number 2 and Scoot at number 3 are going to be paired up in Golden State now, which is just kind of bizarre. And then that's it. I guess Pod is hurt, and so is Buddy Hield, it looks like, unless Buddy Hield's just regressed that much. I mean, this is a team we should beat, but we are banged up. So I guess I can't really say that's a slam dunk. But we do take the lead here. So let's see if we can hang on. We almost won our playing game last year, but we are going to win this time. 102 to 93. Thankfully, we avoid Dallas in round 1, although Minnesota's not much better. They're pretty tough too. So LA gets out there though. And now I'm hoping Fierce is back at least, and he is. So we get Fierce back. We still have depth at shooting guard with Lou Dort and Hawkins. Obviously, not having Trey Murphy is going to hurt, and I guess now Hawkins is out. So never mind on that. But at least we have Lou Dort. Trey Murphy is, again, not going to be back, which really sucks. Devin Carter not being healthy also sucks. But okay. Minnesota, they have Rob Dillingham, Edwards, Strus, Randall, Nasri, Darius, Joan Behringer, Gobert. So this should be a real, and McDaniels is hurt for them. But all right, let's go ahead and see if we can't win game 1 by using the good old Simcast. So on the road in Minnesota, let's see if we can steal game 1. We have a nice lead in this game so far, and it looks like we might take game 1, which would be nice, and we do. 125 to 107 to start things off. Zion with 41. Also, I was able to extend Zion by the way as well, which is great. So game 2, we're up 2-0, 118 and 115, 32, 28 and 22. Things are looking great right now, which I love. We're up 2-0 on the second seed in the West, and we go up 3-0, 136 and 119, 25, 24 and 30. So Zion's playing great, and the Timberwolves do not have a answer for him, but I'm already kind of seeing the writing on the wall. We went up 3-0, and they may 2K simulation may have us blow a 3-0 lead. I can see that happening right now. So can we just please win this one? Nope, they've won 2 in a row. We're gonna blow a 3-0 lead, aren't we? It happens like way too much sometimes. But let's shrink the bench utilization down, and let's go aim rotation, because I'm already thinking what 2K is thinking. They're trying to get us to blow a 3-0 lead right now after being up. Now where we're at. So now we're at home. This is a chance to put this game away. But I already know what 2K has in store for us. We're going to go to a game 7 after being up 3-0, aren't we? Hold on. We're trying to... Okay, we take the lead late. And just kidding. We beat them 105 to 103. Fierce is also hurt now, though, which is not good. He is going to be out, it looks like, entirely. So, sprained left knee. Trey Murphy still hurt. So, we're going to the second round really banged up against the Spurs. Hopefully, Wemby's out for them. We got Alvarado's... no, they're healthy. We should lose this series. We are going to be done for here. I don't think we have any shot of winning this series with where we're at health-wise. So, game 1 is going to go to us, though, 117-113. Zion is balling, which is nice. If we lose him, we stand no chance. Tariq Queen also had a good game. Game 2 is going to go to us as well, 127-115. Actually, I have no idea what's happening right now, but for whatever reason, Zion and Jaren Jackson are getting it done. Let's go back to 9 rotation so those guys aren't gassed, but... our depth is super depleted. I mean, if we get out of here alive somehow, which would be wild if we did. Game 3. Why are we up 3-0? Did someone get hurt for the Spurs? That almost doesn't make any sense. Okay, I guess we're just simply better. I don't know how, but it's working so far. Do we sweep them? Oh my goodness. Okay then. I don't know how that works, but we get to play the Phoenix Suns in the conference finals, it looks like. And it will be the Suns. Wow. I did not anticipate winning that series with how banged up we were, but 2K simulation be wild sometimes, man. I don't know, for whatever reason, it's swinging my way right now. So Fierce is back as well, which is big. Man, I really wish we had Trey Murphy for this playoff run, but unfortunately, we just don't. So Fears being back, though, is big. Phoenix Suns have Booker, Drake Whitehead, Caleb Houston, Collins, Milo Watch, Keontae George went to them, and then Caruso, I guess, is hurt, and so is Ryan Dunn for them. Okay. Well, I mean, we made it this far. Game 1 does go to Phoenix, though. It would be funny if we just, yeah, it would be hilarious if we just swept the Spurs randomly and then we lose to the Suns, even though I feel like on paper we're better than the Suns. I thought the Spurs were way better than us on paper, but I don't know, man. Let's see. Can we, oh, we're going to go down 3-0. Wow. So we went to the conference finals just to get swept by the Suns. That's actually wild. Hold on. Wait a minute. Jaren Jackson's hurt now. That's not good. Can we force a game 7, though? And it looks like we're not going to. So we made it to the conference finals, though. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not going to game 7. Okay, so I thought we were about to force a game 7, but the Suns get there. Jaren Jackson did get hurt. That didn't help, but it was a flu. Come on, man. You had the freaking flu. Okay, well, I mean, Derek Queen also got hurt. That didn't help either. So that was just a weird simulation, but the Hawks went on to beat the Suns in 7. I thought we were done for when we faced the Spurs there, but we ended up sweeping them, and then we lose to the Suns. Just very weird. But all right, one thing we do have going for us, which I wasn't even paying attention yet, is that Kings pick. How good were they? Wow, they were horrible. So we're going to get a very good pick in this draft. So that's going to be more depth out of this team, which is just awesome. Here are your retirements, and then let's go to the lottery. So this team should be in business next year, hopefully. So we're projected number 1. Of course, you're going to probably drop to 5, and like clockwork, that's what happens. So the 5th overall pick. Staff signing, we got Charles Lee as the head coach still, which he has been great, so he will stick around. But that 5th pick should be someone that should help us out right away. So if like a Marcus Spears drops to me, that'd be great, but there's definitely other options, so let's see what happens. So number 1, CJ Rosser to Utah. Spears goes to, so that wasn't going to happen. Nathan to Brooklyn, and then Lindell Cosby to Portland. So we got Vasquez. We have Ezeki, which I don't know much about him. Jordan Page overall. So I guess they're all C+ basically. There's Paul as well, who's an all-star out of Kansas. I mean, I would not mind bringing more power forward depth in, just in case. I don't feel like our power forward depth was the greatest. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Paul here. Glass Guardian, as they say. Or we could take Ezeki. I feel okay about my center depth. Branch, though. 19 years old, 6'6", all-star, 13 points per game. I'm going to stick with Paul, though. I'm going to take Paul out of Kansas. We'll see how I feel about that. He's 6'8", though. So he's a 76. I guess we didn't do too bad. I guess Vasquez would have been better, but and then Branch, who I was, or Brach, I don't know. I was saying, I was reading that like Branch, but he would have been good, too, at a 77. But not bad with the 76 overall, so welcome. And then Micah Peavy, I'll go ahead and continue to accept for just more depth, just in case. And then Missy is a free agent, which I'll look to re-sign him. And then we should have maybe a little bit of money to spend. It looks like we do. Like Mikal Brown on an MLE as our backup point guard. I don't hate that idea. So I bring him in, and then we need to bring in Missy back. So yeah, give me some Mikal Brown off the bench. I would definitely do that. So I'll bring him in. Then Missy should be able to be brought back. So Mikal Brown's going to be a great addition to the team. I love that. Just in case, Fears wants to get hurt again, because he seems to get hurt a lot. So Missy will be re-signed, and we should be cooking. Claxton is someone we can bring in on. No, just kidding. No, we can't. I'll bring in Iguodaro. Nope, never mind. Gobert, maybe on a minimum contract. And that will be our offseason. So not bad. Bringing in Mikal Brown feels good. Let's go to player progression. We got Sandin back as well. Fears up to an 87. We got Derek Queen up to an 85. Zion is still regressing, unfortunately, but Mikal Brown did not move like I maybe thought he would, but didn't. Missy, and everyone else is staying relatively the same. Gobert, of course, did regress, though. But all right, man. I mean, we made it to the conference finals last year and lost in 6, so I'm feeling pretty confident. The only thing I think that could stop us in this video is just being healthy. I think this team can get it done. We just showed that we could. So we're going to go into year 4 with a ton of confidence. And hopefully, by some margin of a miracle, maybe year 4 we stay healthy, and maybe we can go bring home that I almost said Lombardi, Larry O'Brien. So we can bring that Larry O'Brien home. So 9-man rotation, Fears, Trey Murphy, Zion, Jaren Jackson, Derek Queen. I mean, I'm feeling good about where we're at rotationally. Depth is pretty good as well. So let's see, man. I'm feeling good, but doesn't mean it's going to work out. So far, we're off to a rough start, but hopefully we turn things around here, and looks like we are. So another MVP for Wemby. Roster's your rookie of the year. Darius is your sixth man. Wemby's your depoy. Cam Christie most improved. Luka's your clutch player in Sacramento. And then you got, so they finally got their, I guess, franchise guy potentially. Mitch Johnson, coach of the year, and Jacob Park is your executive. And here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So Jaren Jackson's on here. I don't think I saw Zion this time, which is a little disappointing, but offensive first team, you got Amin Thompson and on the Clippers, and Alex Sarr also hurt. And here's your all defensive second team. So no Jaren Jackson this time, unfortunately, but we do end up as the 6th seed in the West, so that's good. I have no idea how healthy we are. It looks okay, I guess. We got Fears. Our starting 5 seems healthy, other than Derek Queen, but it looks like he can play through that. Missy is hurt, and so is DeAndre Hunter. So our bench is a little banged up. Paul played quite a bit, averaged 5 and 6, or 4 and 6, I should say. But he had 24 from Zion, 22 from Jaren Jackson, 18 from Murphy, and 18 from Jeremiah Fears. So not bad. Mikael Brown also had 18, so I felt like he was a really good addition to this bench, which is great. And Hunter, 12 points. And then as far as one thing we haven't looked at all video is team stats. So offensive rating, we were number 4. Defensively, we were middle of the pack, it looks like. So number 18. All right, we get LA in round 1, so we avoid the plan altogether. We know they have Amin Thompson. They also have John Morant, and then Kawhi Leonard, who's regressed quite a bit. I mean, this is a series I think we should be able to win. Zubac is hurt for them as well. He seems to be out for a long time based off his overall being as down as it is. So he will be, and even John Morant and Amin Thompson are banged up a little bit, but Zubac is out for the season. So we should be able to have a good series, hopefully. So game 1 is going to go to us, 106 to 103. 26 and 25, so former number 1 and number 2 overall pick going out of here. They do even it up, though. Game 3 is going to go to them, so for whatever reason, we are in trouble right now. So it looks like Zion may have gotten hurt, because I don't see him. Yes, he is out for 4 to 6 weeks. Damn, that's not good. So that's probably why we could be in trouble here, but we can survive without him. That'd be awesome, but I find that very tough. But can we at least tie the series here? We almost gave it up there, but we do win. 30 from Jaren Jackson, 33 from Fears. Okay, we can still get Zion back, but of course, like I said, it's just not looking good. I'll slide Trey Murphy and Lou Dort, trade them there, and then Hunter and Missy are also hurt, which is just really bad. So we're just very injured right now. So we just got to buy time and hopefully get our guys back as fast as we possibly can. DeAndre Hunter being back would be pretty big, but he's not back yet. So can we go on the road and win game 5? That would be big time. We have the lead right now. Can we hang on to it? Fourth quarter time. They're trying to get back in it. And again, we almost gave it up, but we do hang on. Mikael Brown with a big game for us. So Hunter is not back just yet, but we're getting closer to, I would imagine, him being back. All right. Let's go to game 7, or game 6, I should say, at home. This would be a big win to take, but they start off fast in the first quarter. We need a big second or third quarter here. We do have a big third quarter. It's a back and forth game, and we will go to a game 7. Okay. Is Hunter ready to come back yet? Derek Queen's healthy, and Hunter is back, I think. No, he's not. He's still day-to-day. Damn. Okay. But he's not back yet. Again, I'll slide these two, trade them out, but at least Queen is back and healthy. Really need a big game 7 here, although we'd be playing the Mavericks without Zion, even if we get to the second round. So, I mean, unless Flag is hurt for them, I think we're done for in that series. But let's see if we can't win game 7. It's going to go down to the wire, and the Clippers will beat us. With no Zion, we didn't really stand a chance. And they added Steph to the Mavericks as well. The Mavericks probably would have beat us anyway, so it's whatever. Mavericks and Celtics, and the Mavericks go on and win it all. Cooper Flag is your finals MVP. So, yeah, Zion getting hurt did not help anything whatsoever, so that was really unfortunate. But we're going to be going into next season with the optimistic hope that, again, I think the only thing stopping us from trying to win it all is that, health concern, and we just haven't had it yet. So, draft night, we lose Fears last year, and then we lose Zion this year, so it's not good. But let's go ahead and see if we can get at 21. So we have Carney, Eddie A. Morris. We got Jermaine Lucas. I don't recognize a lot of these guys. I don't know any of these guys. I'm going to let the AI take care of this. I don't know any of these guys. So we'll walk away with Carney, who I guess I was considering anyway. Jaren Jackson accepts his $53 million player option. And Derek Queen and Fears are both free agents, which both of them will be brought back, obviously. Flag is banged up in free agency, but Fears will get his bag, and so will Derek Queen. This team has reached its potential, obviously, as far as like how much money we can spend. So there's really no other move that we can make. We're spending a ton of money on this team now. So yeah, there's nothing more we can really do. There's already a lot of money being spent. So we just basically need to hope that we stay healthy. That's it. Jarrett Allen as a third string center, though, doesn't sound too bad if we brought him in. Missy, Derek Queen, Paul, who should hopefully develop a little bit. So we're deep pretty much everywhere other than, oh, I guess other than, we'll bring it. Well, Jarrett Allen we can't bring in, actually. Okay, Claxton on a minimum. I'll try to get him. Let's see if we can get him. And then quickly, I think we're good at point guard, actually. Shooting guard, give me Grimes on a minimum. So we'll bring him in. And then we'll try one more guy. We'll go Kamara on a minimum, which sounds kind of nice. So we can bring, none of them are going to choose us, are they? Grimes chose us. And did Claxton? No, he goes to Boston. So none of those guys are coming over. So we get, who do we get again? We got Grimes. So Grimes at the 2. Backup point guard, Devin Carter, who did play for us last year. I'll bring him in. And then power forward, I'll bring in Patrick Williams, I guess. Other than that, that's it. So Patrick Williams and Devin Carter. Okay. Player progression. We are going to have Derek Queen up to an 87. Paul's up to a 79. And Hunter and Missy are regressing, which Missy at 78 regressing seems kind of, at 25 years old, is kind of weird. But all right. Fears and Queen have developed as far as they can develop. And we're going to go into this season potentially with this being the last one. I'm just hoping that we are healthy going into the playoffs. That's all I can hope for. So at the end of the season, Peterson wins MVP. Torre is your Rookie of the Year. Sergio is your 6-man. Flags your Depoy. Kita's your Most Improved. And Peterson Clutch Player as well. Missoula Coach of the Year. So that was really good, but we were good as well at 58 and 24. So this feels like the season to make it happen. The Celtics are going in banged up. So are the Kings. So are the Mavericks. But day to day for all these. Oh, I guess Luka is in. But here's All-NBA first team. All-NBA second. Scoot, Boozer also banged up. All-NBA third team. So no Pelicans at all defensive first team and all defensive second team. Again, no Pelicans. So either that's not a good sign or I don't know. So we end up as the second seed, which is great. And here were your player stats. So you had Fears, who's hurt right now, but he is day to day with a broken left forearm. Okay. So Fears, Trey Murphy, Jaren Jackson with 21, 19, or sorry, Jeremiah Fears with 26, Zion with 24. 21 from Jaren Jackson, 20 from Mikal Brown, and 20 from Trey Murphy. So a lot of scoring to go around, which is pretty interesting that we got this many guys, this average 20. But that would have probably mean that our offense was damn good, right? So we were number 3. Defensively, we were number, it looks like number 10 or 11. Yeah, number 11. Okay, I'll take that. That's good. All right. Well, we're going into these playoffs, and it looks like we're decently healthy right now, I think, as well. Everyone is playing. Wow, that's a freaking miracle. So everyone is healthy, which is fantastic. Let's see how long that lasts. But we get the Sacramento Kings, who we saw Luka Doncic was hurt, but he's already back. So, you know, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew. He also has McCain alongside him as well, but he is back, or at least he's playing through an injury, I guess. He's playing through a bruised left hip. All right. Game 1 is going to go to us, 142-110, 39, 33, and 20. Game 2, we're up 2-0. So far, so good. 3-0, we should sweep the Kings, and we do just that. Now, how banged up are we? Murphy, day-to-day with just a stomach virus. Other than that, we got out alive, which is great. So like I said, man, this is the playoff run we wanted to see. So let's see if it continues to go well. We get to play the Warriors now, who have, of course, Scoot Miller, who we saw. They bring in Hugo, the Gumbo, and then anyone hurt for them? Maybe Clayton's hurt, but other than that, they look decently healthy. Okay, Kamara chose them over us. All right. Game 1 does go to the Warriors. Game 2 goes to us, though, 129-128. That was a close game. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Do we get back to the conference finals? Yes, we do. Now we get to play the Spurs. So we did beat Jaren Jackson is going to be playing through a bruised left hip, but he should still be out there. So that's great. San Antonio, though, let's see what they have. So they look healthy. We swept them weirdly last year, but doesn't mean that's what it's going to happen this year either. So I don't know. We'll see. Paul is cold right now, but here goes nothing. Let's simcast game 1 because this should be a tough series. But we did have their number the last time we played them, but I feel like things are going to be much different this time. So let's see if we can't win game one. It's not looking like we're going to. So fortunately, game one, we didn't really get close to winning that one. So time for game two. On the road again. If we can steal this game two, that'd be great. But it looks like the Spurs will have the upper hand, going up 2-0. So for whatever reason, somehow, some way, we went up 3-0 on them, you know, just a year ago. But now Jaren Jackson Queen being banged up isn't helping anything. But it looks like we are kind of in trouble anyway. So time for game three at home in New Orleans. If we go down 3-0, then we are just probably done for here. So let's see if we can't win game three. No, 104 to 102. So our ceiling may be the conference finals today. Let's see if we can't get a game four and just stay alive. But it looks like the Spurs, after we just swept them a year ago, we're going to get swept by them this time. So 131 to 127, Jaren Jackson and Zion. We were healthy, and that's what I wanted to see, and it did not matter. So I think we reached our ceiling in the video. So the Spurs and the Bulls will go on to win the whole thing. Josh Giddey's your Finals MVP. And the fact that this team beat the Spurs is just actually insane based off what we looked like instead of them. But all right, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy it. This was a fun, realistic rebuild, but unfortunately, it did not pay off pay off as far as winning a ring. Conference Finals looks like was our ceiling. We got as far as we did, and I wanted to make sure this video was built around Zion, and I think we did a decent job at that. Bringing in Jaren Jackson was nice, and whatever else we brought in. But I'm gonna end it there, though. I hope y'all did enjoy. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.